Hello, my name is Mychal Thom, head of school at Concordia Lutheran High School. Welcome to the video update for January. I really hope you had an awesome Christmas celebration and New Year's celebration. What special times those are to visit with family and friends, and here at school to take a little bit of a break. I know the students and faculty and staff appreciate a little bit of break, and now back to it in the new year in 2019, ready to go. We have a couple of things that we want to update you on this month. The first thing I want to talk about is accreditation. So we've been talking about that a little bit this year. Our actual visit is coming up February 24th. That'll be in about a month or so. And so we'll have a team. Many of them are Lutheran administrators from around the country. There is a member from the Advanced Ed National Program that'll be here. They'll form our team. We'll go through the accreditation process. We're really looking forward to it. So we've been doing classroom visits and writing reports and reviewing all the different things that we do at Concordia. And it's really an opportunity for us to do some self-reflection, to look at, okay, what are the ways in which we can get better, and also what are the things that we're doing really well currently. So just keep you informed on that. Our accreditation visit is coming up in February. If you have an opportunity to fill out surveys, please do that. That helps us with our self-reflection and helps us with information to continue as we put the reports together prior to the end of February. Also, I'd like to tell you that we've got the Comedy Festival coming up in March. We're going to host it here on campus at Concordia Lutheran High School on March 15th. This is a festival for people in middle school and high school to put together funny videos to showcase at the festival. There are prizes for people for those that win. But it's an opportunity to try your hand if you've never done it before at putting a video together, or maybe this is something that you're passionate about and you're really good at. You can put the video together and showcase that to your peers. It's an opportunity also for us to showcase our video program here at Concordia Lutheran High School. So if you're interested, March 15th is the festival. Those submissions need to be in by February 1st. So if you're planning on doing a video for the Comedy Festival, get that in by February 1st. We've got a great event coming up at the end of January. It's our open house here at Concordia Lutheran High School, January 27th. And I'm going to have our Director of Admissions and Retention, Mrs. Dawn Schuler, join me here for a couple of minutes as we talk about the details for that upcoming open house, as well as the number of applications we've gotten for our freshman class next year already. So let's go and talk with Dawn. All right, and we are here with our Director of Admissions and Retention, Mrs. Dawn Schuler. She's been on before, but we're talking this time about where we're at in the enrollment process at Concordia, how many students have applied, then we're going to talk a little bit about the open house. So Dawn, how many students have we applied so far?
We have a great number. We have 155 eighth graders that have applied for admission for this coming fall. So really excited about that.
That's great. Yeah, and so we have another opportunity for kids to come in and their families to see the school. And our open house coming up. So you put a lot of work into that. So why don't you describe to us, tell us a little bit about the open house coming up.
Sure, it's our last look open house. It will be Sunday, January 27th, so in a few short weeks. And it's kicking off National Lutheran Schools Week. All the Lutheran schools are doing open houses. Ours is a little bit different. It's from noon to 3 and it's interactive. So if we have a student that's thinking about Concordia, I mean, it could be any age grade school student. We have different activities they can register for ahead of time. We have an hour of code. They could come in and try out computer programming for an hour of video, so they could come in and test their skills and learn more about like iMovie and creating a video for our Comedy Film Festival, hopefully. And then we have an hour of drama. So we have a lot of junior high students that are really involved with Chris Murphy, who's in charge of our drama department, and so who will be leading them through an hour of drama, and then we have an hour of biomed.
Great.
So then also, you don't have to sign up for one of those sessions. You can also come anytime, open window between noon and 3, and we'll have different spots in the school to stop at all kinds of tour stops. There'll be interactive activities there. They'll be able to paint a canvas down in our art studio. There'll be science experiments. Our drill teams from JRTC will be doing demonstrations, just all kinds of exciting things around the school.
It's going to be a fun day. It'll be a really fun day, and a lot of work and effort being put into it so that you can come and experience Concordia Lutheran High School and take a look at all the different programs we have, try to get a feel for the culture that we have here, and join one of those 155 students that has already applied to Concordia for next fall. So we hope that you come and check it out. Thanks, Dawn. Appreciate all the information.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the open house.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, the open house is going to be a great event. If you're considering Concordia, come on out. We'd love to have you. We'd love to showcase the school and have you see all the wonderful things that go on here and the programs that you can be a part of. One of those things that Dawn mentioned was an hour of drama. So we're going to talk with our department leader in fine arts, who's also the head of our drama program and also teaches in our math program and also is an alumnus of the school, Mr. Chris Murphy. So we're going to go chat with Chris about fine arts in general, about the hour of drama coming up, and then also a really neat program called 24 Hours of Drama, and he's going to help us learn about that. Let's go talk with Chris. All right, we are here with Mr. Chris Murphy, who is our department leader in fine arts, head of our drama department, also teaches math and all kinds of things. And Chris, you were a student here at one time, right?
I was. I graduated here a few years ago.
A few years ago, right? And you're back teaching here and just do a bunch of things. So why don't you tell us about some of the things that you teach and in the drama department that you run?
Sure. I teach, right this semester I have 3 sections of algebra and 2 theater courses.
Okay.
And then working with the theater department, then we run 5-6 shows a year that I run throughout the calendar year that we do there. That's just part of the slice of pie that covers that.
Including an alumni show in the summer, right?
Absolutely. We have an alumni show in the summer as well.
Great. So one of the things that we're going to talk to Chris about today is the upcoming open house has an hour of drama this year. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what that's going to look like as students prepare to come to Concordia and visit us that day. If they're going to sign up for that hour of drama, what's that look like?
Sure. I have a couple senior girls who have volunteered to lead this, and they're going to take the kids and divide them into a couple groups, and they're going to really, in an hour's time, kind of put together a small play with them, give them a chance to talk a little bit about what it takes to make a production, give them roles and let them put that together, and then kind of perform for each other at the end of the time period that we have.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then after that, there'll also be a program called 24 Hours of Drama.
Yes.
Right? So tell us about that.
Sure. We are really trying to get a wide variety of kids involved in our drama program, and this is really a chance for kids who, especially like an athlete who might not get a chance to be in plays at all because of their schedule, that they can come and be in a play one time. So 7 o'clock on Friday night, we'll have the students that have chosen to be writers come, and they'll start writing a play. At about midnight, they'll meet with some of our English teachers and kind of read through the plays and decide what needs to be tweaked, and they'll keep writing until 7 o'clock the next morning. So they have about 12 hours to write. The next morning, then the directors will come in. These are all students. The directors will come in, meet with the writers, find out what the play was going to be about, and then the writers get to go home and sleep. Directors take over, actors come in, directors work with their actors, then we'll have the scenic designers come in and they'll start working on, have our art teachers come in and help them put together a set design. They'll work on the play, they'll each get 45 minutes on stage to practice with tech. We'll have kids that'll be doing the tech as well. And 7 o'clock on Saturday night, then we'll have 3 or 4 productions that we'll present that were not played 24 hours before that.
That's
so
awesome.
Pretty exciting about this.
That's really cool. And the dates of that are February?
That was February, I want to say 8th and 9th. Yeah, that's the Friday and Saturday night. Yep.
Great. Wow, that's going to be really cool. That'll be an interesting, neat opportunity. And I like that, getting kids that wouldn't normally have a chance to be in a play, but to have a chance to get that experience in a little bit of a compressed time.
Exactly.
But should be fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So now we're on the set of Newsies here.
Exactly.
In the auditorium at Concordia Lutheran High School. So that show's come up, musical. Tell us about Newsies coming up.
We're very excited. The set, we were able to purchase part of it and rent part of it from Civic, so it's a little bit, a lot bit like the Civic set. We have a cast of just about 70 people that we're putting together the show. We've started with the singing and dancing already. We've blocked most of the show, which is telling everybody where to go on stage. Our costumers are going to come in today and start working on that. We have 3 work days where we work on building the set. So this is just what we did the first day, and hopefully the set will be finished this week. We've rented some other pieces from Civic that are going to save us a lot of time to have to make all these things. It's a pretty big show. It's probably one of the biggest things we've bitten off at this point in time. So we're very excited about that.
That's great. And it goes up in February.
Yep, the end of February.
End of February. So be on the lookout for Newsies. It's going to be a great show. Mr. Murphy always puts on a great show. It's wonderful. And You know, the drama program, we talked about some of the external things that we're doing. We're also working on getting that more involved in the school day. You mentioned teaching a couple of theater classes here. Tell us a little about what those theater classes are like for kids that might be interested in doing that.
Sure. This semester we have a theater production class where the students will actually mount their own production with their classmates being in the show. We have a theater arts and advanced theater arts where the students are getting a kind of a variety of things. Next year, 2 new classes that we're adding a musical theater where kids will get the opportunity to study musicals, and it'll just solely be looking at that. And then for kids that are interested in theater, but from the tech perspective, so they'll have a new class, a technical theater class. There'll be no performance part of that, but it'll be learning how to do lights, how to do sound, painting sets, building sets, all the technical parts of the show for a kid who's not interested in the performance part of theater.
Trying to really round out that experience.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. Well, and I know, you know, it goes without saying, but being an alumnus of Concordia and being a teacher within the community a long time, and now here at Concordia, you know, the way in which you weave your faith into everything that you do here is fantastic, and the kids really see that as part of the shows, or see it as part of just your interaction with the kids. And so maybe just tell us a little about what that means to you and being a teacher and trying to integrate your faith with that theater going.
I think that's probably and I tell the kids this a lot, we always have our devotion before our show, and that's one of the things I tell them I would really miss if I couldn't have that faith. I think it helps us in selecting of our shows. I think it's not that every show is a faith-based show, but I think it guides us as to what shows we see as appropriate. We talk a lot about what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. You know, where does your faith lead you in this particular path? Do a lot of praying for each other. I think that's really important to pray for each other and have that constantly in your mind to think about the power of prayer and how that's going to work. So it ties in with just about everything that we do here.
That's wonderful. Well, we love having you here, Chris. Thanks so much for your commitment to the students and to Concordia Lutheran High School. Check out all the upcoming Hour of Drama, the 24 Hours of Drama, Newsies, everything here at Concordia. Get a chance to interact with Mr. Murphy. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, just a wonderful opportunity for our students to be a part of our drama program, and Chris is just wonderful. We're so glad to have him. He's a blessing to our school. Another one of those is one of our current teachers in social studies and also our swim coach, Mr. Sean Gibson. So we're going to have a chance to talk with Sean about a couple things. One, his experience as a student here, and also as he teaches here, that experience, and as he coaches the swim program. And we'll also talk a little bit about the historic season that the swim team had last year and attempted to follow up this year. So let's go talk with Sean in his classroom about some of the things that he does here at Concordia, some of the ways that he impacts our students every day. All right, and we are here with Mr. Sean Gibson. And Sean is one of our teachers in the social studies department, also our swim coach. Went to Concordia Lutheran High School and has some neat things to share with us today. So, Sean, you teach the social studies department. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you teach in that department, and then also why you came here to teach, as you were a student here at one time too.
Yeah, so in social studies I've taught at this point almost everything I'm licensed to teach that we offer. So I've done some government, world history, mainly world geography. That's kind of what I'm most passionate about. Is, you know, as we're in my classroom, I got maps and different posters and cultures and things on the wall. U.S. history, and is the other piece of what I've got a number of sections of that.
Great.
This year, so second part of your question then, what brought me back to Concordia? Well, God took me on an interesting path to get into the classroom, as you know, and audience may not hear, but I came out of college in the midst of the recession and tried to sub for a while and couldn't find a teaching job anywhere, applied almost 100 spots. So I ended up doing some construction-ish type work for a number of years. God gave me a chance to teach kind of in an alternative school, in the middle school, and got my license back. And Concordia was always someplace I would love to come back to. And just had a great experience here as a student. I came through public school up through 8th grade and then came here, so it was, I really had kind of that comparison. And I had taught in public school settings in Fort Community and in Northwest Allen, and just knew my faith is such a big part of who I am. And it was hard. First, right out of college, you don't know much better as a teacher, but in the school that I was in the middle school, was a faith-based school, and being able to open up when I was back in the classroom and integrate just some of those things, being a little bit older, coming back at a different perspective, and knowing that I wanted to continue that, but to be somewhere that had a little more to offer, and to be able to coach and teach in the same community. That was a big part of bringing me back here. So
awesome. Well, yeah, we love having you. And part of your experience as a student here at Concordia involved being a swimmer. And a really good swimmer, right? When you were here.
Did all right.
Very good. Right. Yeah, I see your name on the record board over there.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's a couple. Yeah, that's good.
Just means I got to coach harder. Those records off there. But.
And so now, being a coach, tell us about that experience here. The experience coaching the kids, some of which you teach, and being able to not only improve them from a swimming perspective, but also infuse that faith that is so passionate.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, coaching is a huge passion of mine. It's kind of in my blood. I've got a lot of family members that, a couple that are full-time in the profession at the club level around the country. And so swimming is just a part of who I am, and it has been. And so I also have a background in youth ministry.
Yeah.
And when I stepped out of that, I felt like there was a piece missing. And then coming to Concordia, being able to have that coaching and experience and my knowledge in the sport of swimming, and kind of infuse a little bit of a youth pastor mentality into leading the kids, and that's really what it's about. And we try to do the devotion before every meet. Of course, our theme verse. A lot of teams do a theme verse, and that's really something significant to us. And I try to have devotions throughout the year that come back to that, and that's kind of our theme thought for the year, as much as just a verse. And the sport is great. I'm an uber competitive person. I love competing. I love to see the kids race and swim fast. But it's got to be about a lot more than that.
Sure.
It
speaks to who we are as Concordia, right? It speaks to who we are, that it's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
Just the times in the pool and the points on the scoreboard, but it's about more than that.
Yeah.
And we can find teachers and coaches that really truly get it. We have a lot of them here, and you're one of them. We really appreciate that. So one of the things that I do want the audience to know, or people to hear, is last year was a historic year for the swim program.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the swim accomplishments last year that made it a historic season.
Yeah, so on the boys' side, we hadn't won a conference championship since, I believe, 2004.
Okay.
And which happened to be my senior year of high school. And then on the girls' side, it was the first conference title in school history, or team history. And so in this year, just had our conference meet this past Saturday, and we were hoping to repeat. We were able to pull it off on the boys' end.
Congratulations.
Girls had a very close, very tight second place finish. Dwanger just edged us out there. So just trying to keep Concordia. There's a tradition here in the sport of swimming, and excellence. When you look at the record board, there's state champions on there, there's state finalists, and just trying to continue that.
Wonderful.
And attitude back.
Wonderful. Well, Sean, it's been great to talk to you. Thanks so much for your commitment to Concordia in the various ways that you do that. And come check out the swim program. And if you come to Concordia, certainly Mr. Gibson is a wonderful teacher and great person to have as a mentor, not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom. So thanks, Sean, for all your work. All right, the Who Is section for January. I'm excited to introduce to you Mrs. Crystal Castleman. She's a teacher in our science department. She runs our HOSA group. She's done all kinds of wonderful things here at Concordia. She's also a current parent, so she has that perspective as well. So we're excited to introduce you to Mrs. Crystal Castleman as our Who Is section for the month of January. Let's go talk to Crystal. Hello, and we are here with the Who Is section for January, and we have Mrs. Crystal Castleman here, who does a bunch of things here at Concordia Lutheran High School, so I'm really excited to introduce her to you. One of the first things we'll talk about is her role as a science teacher and also a department leader for our science department. So, Crystal, you've been teaching at Concordia for how long now?
That's a good question. 17 years?
17 years. Wow, wonderful. And so you lead the science department. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about the things that you teach and some of the offerings we have in our science department here at Concordia.
Well, Primarily what I teach here at Concordia are the health sciences, so anatomy and physiology, AP biology, and the principles of biomedical science. We're excited because next year we're going to add another class, medical interventions, and that is another Project Lead the Way class that I will be teaching, so I'm excited about that. I started off mainly in chemistry and biology, and now I get to do all this fun medical related science, so I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. One of the things that you'll recognize about our science department is just continuing to move forward and do things in a different way, is evidenced by some of the things we have behind us here. This is our anatomy and clay class that we started a couple years ago.
Right.
And so it's a way that the students learn anatomy by actually building skeletons.
They do. They build the muscle system, they build the digestive system, they build the nervous system. So it really gives them an opportunity to try and map out the body system and really put together where all the different systems come together.
Yeah. Wonderful way to learn anatomy. A lot of science in my background, and I certainly wish I had this when I was in high school. But she mentioned earlier Project Lead the Way. And so coming up, we have our open house. And we're going to have this thing called Hour of Biomed at the open house. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that is?
So the Hour of Biomed will give students an opportunity to do some hands-on activities like we do in the class and experience what it's like to do some of that science gathering clues that we do during that course.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So those of you that are coming to the open house, make sure you check that out. That'll be a lot of fun. One of the other things that we have within our science department that Mrs. Castleman has also started is our HOSA group. So why don't you tell us a little about what HOSA is and why a student might want to be involved in that?
HOSA stands for Health Occupation Students of America. It's an organization designed in promoting skills and exposing students to anything related to the healthcare field. So we have approximately 30 students right now at Concordia who are involved in the club. They do service events here related to educating students about healthcare, raising money for some healthcare professions. This year we raised money this fall for the National Pediatric Cancer Association, and then they will compete coming up here in April.
Yeah, we had kids go to the national conference last year, is that correct?
Last year we did. We had 2 students who attended, one in pharmacology and the other one in medical reading.
Yeah, wow. Wonderful. Just it's a great opportunity for kids to get involved in things. It's sort of a co-curricular thing. They meet before school or after school. They do the competitions. They prepare themselves, again, on their own time. And really for those that have a real heart for science and for looking to maybe pursue a medical career down the road. So we're really, really excited about that program and really thankful that we have it here at Concordia. Last thing I want to tell you about Mrs. Castleman is she's also a current parent. So tell us about that experience here.
So it's been really fun to drive my son to school every day. It's been a great opportunity to get those one-on-one conversations in the car. But yeah, when my husband and I were deciding on where we wanted to send our kids, it was a real conversation because both my husband and I are products of a public high school. We went to a parochial grade school, but we went to a public high school, and if my children were to go to the public high school, it would be my husband's alma mater. So it was really a conversation. But we decided early on that it was really important for our kids to continue that Lutheran education that we had started. We wanted them to spend those difficult high school years in an environment where they would be talking about God every day. So that was important to us.
Wonderful, and I'm sure it's a different experience as a parent being a teacher and with one of your own in the school, but certainly have built a wonderful department here. We can't thank Crystal enough for all that she's done and the commitment that she's shown to Concordia Lutheran High School in so many ways, as you've heard about today. It's fantastic. So, if you come to the open house, check out Hour of Biomed. You'll get a chance to meet Mrs. Castleman, and as you come to Concordia, really explore the opportunities we have in our science department. We're really proud of that, and a lot of that is due to the work that Mrs. Castleman has done. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who is Mrs. Castleman? All right, thanks, Crystal. What a great opportunity to be able to engage with her every day. She does a lot of wonderful things in our science department, and we're just so happy to have her here as well. All right, so that's the video update for January. We appreciate you guys tuning in and taking a look and spreading the word about Concordia Lutheran High School. What a wonderful place it is, and we just thank you so much for all the support that we've been given. We had a wonderful, wonderful first part to the school year. We're looking for an even better second half. So many people engaged with Concordia Lutheran High School, passionate about it, and we just love that. We love our place in the community. We want to continue to be a light, God's light in this community with the support of those around us. Thanks, and have an awesome day.